Brought to you by the Fall Outlet Event at the Mike O'Mara Show Amazon page. Amazon now has its very own outlet store. Save up to 70% on select jewelry and watches, 50 to 60% off on fall clothing, and up to 45% on patio, lawn, and garden stuff. Get a jump on the holidays by using our outlet store to save up to 40% on toys and games. And Amazon even has coupons you can use at checkout. Just click the special banner on our website and bookmark it. The Mike O'Mara Show Amazon page, where you help power the show and save money.
Thank you, Mike. I would love to go on with the show right now, but I just have to make one quick call if that's cool with you guys.
We have a show to start,
just got to make a
Rob.
quick call. Hold on, let me grab the phone here. Just have to grab the phone here. Just got to dial the phone here.
Try to do this on your own time.
I would have loved to have even dialed faster, but very busy. Very busy. Just got to get this call in. This guy's in the news. A friend of mine.
Oh.
A friend of mine, and I always like to check in with him whenever he's, in the news and top of mind.
Well, I hope he's there.
He must be at an old office. The ring sounds from another time. Usually picks up on the third ring. I'm hoping that he's there. Very busy man, this guy.
Hello, Rob.
Donald.
How are you?
Good to see you, or hear you anyway.
It's good to hear you. How are you, Rob?
I'm doing well. I'm here with Buzz and Oscar.
Hello, Oscar.
Hey,
hello,
good
Buzz.
morning.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, Donald Trump is here with us. And Donald
Great.
Trump, I know I saw it on the news today. You actually made a video for the Republican National Convention.
Yes, I did.
That did not air.
It was fabulous.
Well, can you tell me about the video?
Well, it didn't air.
Why not?
They sent a top-notch, phenomenal Hollywood crew
Were they good?
to my house. They were the best. The best. It was the best video that's ever been produced.
Because I've just seen clips.
And they didn't play it because, of course, they had the hurricane, the storm that came in, and that caused all sorts of trouble.
Can you
that,
describe
was down there.
Can you describe the hurricane?
Oh, there was wind, and it was in the Gulf of Mexico,
Right.
And it had strong winds, and lots of people, were concerned.
Was it bad?
about it? Oh, it was a very bad storm.
Okay.
Yes, very bad.
And so the
Sizable.
hurricane prevented the video.
They were going to show it on Monday night,
Right.
but they postponed things because the guys that do the work at the convention were worried about having the convention and having people maybe get blown over.
I see. So this
it
is
was
not.
going to be very bad. So what they did was
Very what?
It was going to be very bad.
But
If
instead,
they
the
had-
video
instead,
was.
the video was good.
Right.
Fabulous, wonderful. It was incredible. They came to my office. I did it. They had a great actors, a great Hollywood crew. It was really, really good.
Because my concern when I heard that your video was cut and
Yes,
not
Rob.
rescheduled, my concern is that the video was bad.
No, nothing I've ever done. Here's the thing. Nothing I've ever done has been bad.
Really?
Everything I do is the best. It's top notch. I use the best people with the brightest minds.
What about the
and
buildings you build?
they're phenomenal.
Really?
They're phenomenal. The best you can ever see. The best you'll ever experience. I bring in good materials and I build quickly with great guys.
You build the fastest.
Absolutely spectacular supervisors. Great people.
Good.
Your brand is everywhere. I remember a couple years ago I picked up an Apprentice ice cream bar.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
it
that's grade A ice cream.
yes,
That's
it,
the best you can get.
it seemed like that. I was like, this is a good bar.
We use the best yummy ingredients that make for great ice cream, and we love those bars.
I heard
one of
that
the
ice
things
cream-
about my Apprentice ice cream bars is if you eat one of them, you can't stop eating them.
I heard that ice cream
Because
melted.
they're good.
Yeah,
It
because
mel-
they're that good.
Yeah.
I heard the ice cream melted the slowest.
Oh, you know what? No, it melts fast. Because I know this. When I research my ice cream bars, your good ones have a higher melt point.
Really?
So they're going to melt. So listen, here's something you're going to remember. Are you
Listen,
going to
Rob.
remember this for me, Rob?
Is memory
Rob?
good? Yes, Donald.
Rob,
Yes, Donald.
remember what I said here, that when you get a good ice cream bar, the ice cream is good if it melts fast.
So what should I do as the person eating the ice cream bar?
I would get an extra napkin or two, and I make those as well.
How are
They're
your napkins?
Wonderful paper,
Of course.
incredible wood. The
Naturally.
trees that they take out of the forest to make the paper are the best in the world, the most incredible trees. We harvest them in a responsible way.
How responsible?
I don't know.
Okay, I have one other question.
Yes.
It's so nice of you to take time to phone us the way you you phone the Today Show, and you never
Of
seem
course, I'm very busy, and
you
that's
never
why
seem to do any in studio stuff.
they
It's
asked
always
me to come by the studio. I'm very busy. I've got
Yes.
big, spectacular programs
What?
that are going on here. Excuse me. I've got great projects that are the best in the world. I'm extreme. Here, one thing you should know.
Right.
I'm very successful.
you are.
And
Maybe the most successful.
I was disappointed that they didn't use my video, but that's
Sure.
their decision.
I get it.
If they don't want to use the best video, and what would have probably resulted in Barack Obama, having a 10-point deficit, now results in where we are right now, and I'm very, very happy where I am.
I just wanted to tell you, your phone sounds fantastic.
These are the best phones in the world. All of the Trump buildings have the most spectacular, great phones,
They're good phones.
that are put in by masterful technicians.
Hollywood
that-
technicians?
Just they're the best in the world. They come in there, they put your phones in, you can hear on them and talk on them better than any other phones that have ever been used.
All right.
My special Trump phones.
Then I have one other question.
One other question.
You have the best ice cream,
Yes.
the best buildings,
Right, and the best video
and the best
that
phones.
they did not show at the Republican National Convention.
What's with your hair?
It's the best.
You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Well, Jake, you look just fine down there, slithering in the mud like vermin.
No problem.
I stood at the back of a cathedral, waiting in celibacy for you, with 300 friends and relatives in attendance. My uncle hired the best Romanian caterers in the state. To obtain the 7 limousines for the wedding party, my father used up his last favors with Mad Pete Trullo. So for me, for my mother, my grandmother, my father, my uncle, and for the common good, I must now kill you and your brother.
Oh, please don't kill us. Please don't kill us. You know I love you, baby. I wouldn't leave you. It wasn't my fault. I ran out of gas. I had a flat tire. I didn't have enough money for cab fare. My tux didn't come back from the cleaners. An old friend came in from out of town. Someone stole my car. There was an earthquake. A terrible flood. Locust. It wasn't my fault, I swear to God.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Buzz Burbank, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his couch, here's Mike.
Live from the Cappy Pfeiffer Studios. This is America's most beloved podcast. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. We are downloaded more than 15 million times, or is it 15 and a half?
Should be about 15 and a half by
Maybe
now.
15 and a half. I don't know.
15.6.
Grows every day.
And we are heard in 150 countries worldwide. You can call us if you wish.
No.
They can't?
No, well, they could,
Can we even
but
set that
don't.
up again? Let me see if I can set it up.
It's best if they don't call.
Here's the phone number, 718-506-1625. That's 718-50-6162.
I tried to make the numbers really small.
You're giving the number the wrong way, Mike. What they want to hear is our phone number is 7 billion.
Yes.
185,061,625.
No, I think if you want to be accurate, our phone number is 7,185 06 1,625.
and a half.
Or write us a letter. You know, I think it's a dead art.
We're delighted to have you with us today. Our show today is brought to you by the Workforce Development Industry Building Learning Series
Take a breath.
from Northern Virginia Community College. It kicks off with a cybersecurity event. That's how you learn how to be prevent hacking
You
and that
protect
kind of stuff.
yourself from hackers.
From
yeah.
that's going to be on Monday, September 24th. That's this coming Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. at NVCC's Annandale campus. Admission is free. The featured speaker is Dr. Ronald Ross.
Oh, not
Ronald Ross.
Not Donald Ross.
Not Donald
No,
Ross.
he's no good.
Donald Ross. Trivia question.
Okay.
Donald Trump.
Famous in a particular area. Donald Ross. Can anybody in
ring- it
this
doesn't
room?
ring-
Maine.
doesn't
I'll
ring a
guess-
bell.
No, that is. I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Baseball.
No, that is incorrect. But it's sports. It is sports related.
He's a sportscaster.
No, he is not. It is the wrong sport.
He is a sports statistician.
No, he is not.
Hockey.
Much too
player?
modern. No.
Football.
Oh, he invented basketball.
No, but you're going back far enough. You have to go back into that same era.
Is he a hockey guy?
No.
No.
Think of a
Squash.
Think of a gentler sport.
Boxing.
No.
Chess.
No.
Figure skating.
No. No. God damn it. No.
The luge.
No, you're all wrong.
Is it a sport you love?
Yes.
Golf.
He was Jimmy DeMerit's lover.
No, he is a famous golf course architect.
Oh.
A Donald Ross design is
see,
something that's very special. I believe he designed Pinehurst No. 2, a site of many...
I had a Pinehurst number 2 this morning.
I forget it. Site of many U.S. Opens.
Now I've learned something.
Thank you very much.
Does he have a ridiculously high voice like Jack Nicklaus?
I have not finished the commercial.
Let him
Then you
finish.
must.
The featured speaker is Dr. Ronald Ross. He is one of the top technology decision makers in government. And the event includes dinner and a free gift.
How about that?
Who doesn't like a free gift?
You get
love
in
it.
free, and then you get free food and a free gift.
Thank you, Buzz. Seats are going fast, so reserve yours today at 703-323-3281 and tell them you heard about it here. Stay tuned for more such events from Northern Virginia Community College's Workforce Development Division. They're trying to get people back to work, and we want to
Do it.
support them in that.
April has promised to wear her Betty Page dress that night.
Really?
Oh,
So
my God.
yeah, go.
Fabulous.
That's-
That's good. How did you know about that?
I get memos.
You guys
Okay.
are creeps.
It's like 2 free gifts.
Yeah, what were you going to say?
Look, cybersecurity, you may not think about it, especially if you have a small business or maybe you're in that field, but it's happening now, but within the next 10 years, you're going to see how important it really is.
Yes, yeah, and
Because
that could be the most vulnerable that we are as a society.
what people don't realize is they think, and this is what I used to think as well until I've recently been educated about it, is that you think that someone just maliciously is attacking you and they're going after you personally, or your business.
Right.
That doesn't happen. There are these just bots that these hackers put out, or these people that are trying to use the internet in the wrong way, that just seem to find something that looks like maybe that's a business, maybe it's Rob Radio, maybe who knows what it is.
Right.
They don't know.
And
they don't
just
care.
throw darts and see what sticks.
and
They
once
throw out a huge net.
yeah, and once something sticks, that's what you have to protect
Right.
yourself
They're
from.
mining for
scary.
gold.
And
Thank God they haven't attacked Rob Radio. They'd steal all the music, Mike.
that would be so hard to do.
Wouldn't it?
On the program
asking
today, birthday Monday. Yesterday was officially my wife's real birthday.
Yes.
And I will talk about food will be interspersed throughout this discussion today. I will talk about how I really felt like I was somebody who needs therapy yesterday. I'll explain later.
Yeah.
Has anybody read the Hunger Games? Is it a trilogy of the Hunger Games?
My father's read it.
Okay, I watched it again last night. The movie,
The motion
again
picture,
last night.
yeah.
I loved it so much.
Great movie.
That I want to get further into it, and I'm now ready. Obviously, they're going to come out with another movie. I would assume they set the table for another
Sure.
movie, but I'm ready to dive in and maybe read the. I just was
They're
curious
easy
whether
reads.
any of you guys read the books. At all.
I think Julia has read some of it too.
Okay.
All my friends
Yes.
have read people I respect
like guys and women and men
have read them.
really.
Yes.
So it's kind
Tomo
of a fun.
read it?
Tomo has not read it because Tomo's too busy, flying around the country meeting women. That's
right.
Chad Dukes has read it.
Oh,
My friend
really?
Josh Roca has
Well,
read
Chad
all three.
likes that. I like the mysticism stuff.
Yeah,
right?
but he read all three and he blew through them.
Really?
And one thing you could do is you could either share it with your daughters or share it with Carla.
I
Read
bet
to each other.
I would lay dollars to donuts that both Elizabeth and Catherine have already knocked it out.
Yeah, but if you could talk to them about it, something you could have a connection.
Maybe I should read it. The movie didn't appeal to me. What is
you
it?
didn't like the movie?
No, I really didn't.
How did you not like that movie?
it didn't
Not enough
do it
skin.
for me. Yeah,
I volunteer.
That's part of it.
Softcore.
I volunteer as tribute.
It seemed like a story that had been told before to me. It just seemed like,
it was
we've
cool.
been here and done this.
I thought it was fun. Just
Yeah.
the way it was. You had such great acting in it. You had Donald Sutherland. You had Stanley Tucci in there.
Right.
You had
Yes, I love
Woody
Stanley
Harrelson.
Tucci.
He
You
would
had
have
that-
liked it if
that
Sutherland-
girl who was so attractive.
He would have liked if Donald Sutherland showed his ass like in Animal House.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
up?
Well, I'm
Or
all
Space
in,
Cowboys.
and I'm ready for the next one.
You
And
should-
I
you
think
should read them.
I'll read ahead just to find out.
Will you buy
say-
the actual book or will you do the Kindle thing?
I'll do the Kindle thing. I don't buy books.
All right. Or-
I never buy books anymore.
Did you read it or did you listen to it, Oscar?
Oh, I didn't even read it. Look, people tell me how great it is. It's awesome. Take their word for it.
You don't like to read. He's got things to do, places to go.
course.
Also on the program today, we'll get to it in a second here. Romney Vision. I'm sorry. I'm
The concealed
trying.
camera
I really-
vision?
Look,
He's got his own network.
America's Funniest Home Candidates?
We'll get to it in a second, and let me
wait.
see. Rob's got you've got the Hitler thing in the audio vault.
Mike, how many
I
times have
rarely
you
tell
asked
you
me
how
that?
to do it.
How many times have you ever asked me anything? Do you have the Hitler thing? I always have the
Do
Hitler
you have
thing.
to ask, really?
But it's funny as hell, and we'll link it on our website.
Yes.
For this Gangnam is sweeping the country.
Do you wanna hear it now?
Yeah.
All right.
Play the Hitler Gangnam style.
This is
Oh, dear.
so great.
So funny. This is Hitler going Gangnam style.
God.
You gotta see the video, too.
What is he saying?
Who knows? Who cares?
I'll write you a note.
Seriously, I'd like to know.
But what it is, it's the same movie of Hitler that they've used with the subtitles
for the
to talk
rave-outs,
about
yeah.
this show. It's hysterically funny. It's a borderline. It's a campy Hitler.
Is it
portrayal.
maybe? Is it not from Inglourious Bastards? Is it?
Maybe it is from Inglourious. It could be.
What it is? It's Hitler.
Because there are two of them floating around.
There is a Hitler. He's in his war room. He's looking over a map, and he is pissed. I mean, of all the Hitlers that you want to deal with, I'm sure there was a Hitler like the statesman Hitler that wasn't so bad to deal with on a surface level.
The good Hitler, Rob.
But the pissed off Hitler. I mean, cranky.
Just got off the phone with John Boehner.
Yeah, and he really, just really bad, and he's very upset.
Too funny. And last thing I have on my little list today: hockey screws the fans. Way to
Yes.
go!
Oh,
You know
boy.
what? I don't even know the details. It's not being really exclusively covered because all those douches that work for sports radio and ESPN don't give a rat's ass
Right.
about hockey, so you don't get it covered in great detail.
Mike Francesca will cover it when he wakes up.
Everything.
It's not a
seriously,
top-tier sport, though.
Lick it. It. You know what? You just said that to make me angry, and it worked. I watched it. I tried to get an update. The lockout.
and his Oscar.
The lockout began on Friday. I tried to get an update. The last substantive report was 19 hours ago when I woke up this morning.
And
I
the news
like-
was not good.
And when you see that, it's like so they've locked out the players. A lot of players now are jettisoning and going over to some of the European leagues, and it's like it's a total
This
mess.
is a sport that cannot afford this kind of a hit.
No, and I love that sport. It's really a part of my fall and winter. I really love to
I
go
have to
games.
ask, and maybe it's only because I've been spending more time with you for the past few
Yes.
years, but do you feel, as an outsider looking at hockey, is sort of poised to make the next step?
No,
is that
it
just
was.
in DC?
No, I will tell you that I think
because in DC,
it's
it's got a more momentum lately.
where hockey is hot, and it's going to stay hot.
Okay.
And because the Capitals had a decent run when they moved into their new building,
Right.
they have established themselves as a very successful franchise. So you're going to have, especially if they happen to go to the playoffs, you're going to have passion for this team. That's going to happen. I'm not sure about other markets. Tampa
Right.
is an example of a
Right.
team that wins, and they don't, they don't do real well.
I bet
down
their attendance has just gone up by 1 last week.
Hey, hello, RJ.
Yeah, RJ, he's going to the games that aren't even happening.
How are you, Mr. Diaz? No, I think it's doing very well, and this is going to set it back.
Yes.
I don't know
Yes.
if it was poised to go to the next level
Just
because
seemed to me
hockey
that
will
it was-
always be what Oscar says.
I got
I don't know.
feeling.
It just seemed to me it was ready to make the next step. It seemed, and maybe it's because I'm in DC and they did have
Such
a good
big
run.
deal here. It
Yeah,
really is.
it
Rightly
is.
so.
The opening would be fun. So get your act together.
Yeah, come on,
Rich.
fellas.
Come on.
God, the money, when you look around at what people are going through right now and you just see this, it's based on greed and it's based on so much crap. I don't even like to get into the minutia.
Everybody loses money.
Yeah, everybody
Yes,
loses money.
everybody has.
The people that are down there, the vendors and stuff. These guys, they're not. There's not even a concern for them. It's big money owners and millionaire players, and it pisses me off.
But you're also, I think maybe hockey hasn't thought about this in the long run because you're going off a National Football League potential lockout, which was a lockout, and then was a potential delaying of the season.
Right.
Everything
Came
changed.
very close.
And then you had the NBA lockout,
Right.
and now they have the NHL lockout. And as a fan of sport in general, of just wanting to go to the games, like we enjoyed going to the games,
right.
you get kind of tired of it. You're like, how many more times can I
It just gets
even deal
old.
with this?
I mean, make a pact that's going to last for some
Yeah.
reasonable amount of time. And I read the coverage of it, and literally, I'm reading these stories that I have a genuine interest in.
Yeah.
And I'm reading them, and it's like when I read on the pages, going blah 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 blah.
When you have
blah, blah.
when you have any sort of relationship with any sort of business, one of the keystones of it, you have to rely on it to be there. You want to know that your gas station is going to be open, or if you go to the
Yeah.
grocery
Your
store, the grocery
podcast.
store is going to be open, the podcast is going to be there every day at 1. But if you have to worry about whether or not the game is going to be there, it takes the shine off the apple. You
Yeah,
want
it
to know
sucks.
that it's going to be, you want to be a fan, but to be a fan, they have to be there for you to be a fan
Yeah,
of them.
and
And
I'm
that sucks
really,
for you guys.
I don't give a rat's ass, really. At the end of the day, I want to see my games.
Right.
I don't care who wins.
Right.
You're both rich.
Just get back to work.
I've always been a talent person, so I always side on the side of players.
Right.
I really do.
Oh, I
because
thought you
really-
said talented.
No, you talk about the people. I mean, Ted Leonsis is going to share, if he has to shell out a few extra bucks, it's not going to be that big a deal.
He will, too.
You know what I mean?
He's a good guy.
It's not, but it's not going to be that big a deal. The owners, that's the way.
Right.
You can own a professional sports team. You're not going to hurt.
Right.
That's the way I look at
Yeah.
it. You know, always look at it
news
that way.
broke today that, and this is why I think that it's all gonna work out the way it has to. They will come to an agreement, and then the season will move on, and
I
maybe
hope
maybe
so.
abbreviated. But Ted Leonsis has just gotten into the sports broadcasting business, and you may wonder what does that mean, Oscar? Well, that means that right now the people that produce his games are CSN.
Yeah, Comcast Sportsnet.
Yes.
Huge for them.
They've got 10 years of that contract. But
Right.
I think maybe a guy like Ted Leonsis, who came from a place like AOL, sees and is a visionary of the future and is starting to produce his own games. And in turn, what does that mean for us? If you are a Wizards fan, if you're a Capitals fan, if you're a Mystics fan, and this will probably start happening across the board here, you'll probably see these teams build their own networks, much like the Yankees have their own network.
Yankees were the gold standard
They
for it, and
first
that's
to
why
do
they
it, right?
became probably one of the most valuable franchises.
But it was
in
so
sports.
expensive to do 10 years ago.
Right.
And now the prices have come down with equipment. If they can pull this off, this is just another step towards on-demand sports.
Yeah, because the Red Sox own NESN, I
Consumption.
think, too.
Yes.
I think they own the New England Sports Network.
They may.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But
So-
regardless, this is what's happening. They're invested in the future, so there will be a hockey season, I imagine.
I
At
hope
least
so.
that's my gut.
I really, really hope so. It's just pissing me off. And finally, before we go to break here, let me just say, I have really, really tried to be a left-wing individual with a moderate sensibility. And Mitt Romney's making it real hard for me to do that. Mitt Romney is
Why
making
is that,
it real
Mike?
hard. I mean, I really thought, I feel today, and of course, I'm the base of the other guy. I don't make any claims to be anything otherwise. I really don't. But I watched this today as Mitt Romney's little video surfaced. Now, for those of you that might have your head in the sand and you're not following the news cycle, a video has surfaced that was made at a fundraiser for Mitt Romney down in Boca Raton, where he went in.
$50,000 a plate.
Now, listen, Barack Obama does the same damn
But still,
thing.
you know what? I don't care who does it. It still leaves a bad flavor in my mouth.
Me too.
Because
I
I
don't
don't
like it.
think the food could possibly be that good.
I don't like it when Barack Obama goes to Hollywood to George Clooney's house.
right.
I don't like it when when Mitt Romney goes down. He's down at a $50,000 a plate dinner, and he basically disses the 47% of people that aren't going to vote for him, saying they're entitled, that they don't take personal responsibility. It's very derogatory.
Do you want to hear the tapes?
Let's listen. And this is, I'm sorry, I came away, I was getting more pissed off the more I heard it. He really got to me today. This is the first time he's really gotten to me.
I got 3 cuts that I've isolated here. The first one, he says that no matter what he does, there's 47% of America that's going to vote for Obama, regardless.
There are 47% of the people who will vote for the president no matter what. All right, there are 47% who are with him, who are dependent upon government, who believe that...
Stop right there. I'm going to take it piece by piece.
Okay, good.
There are 40, so that's me. There are 47% of people who are dependent upon government. You're wrong about me, Mr.
Right.
Romney. You're completely wrong about me, you douche.
No.
I am not dependent upon government. I'm part of the 47%.
And furthermore, I seldom put my hat in the arena with you on this, but I will say this. I am going to vote for Obama, and if you want to know how dependent I am on the government, I had a long stretch of period when I could have applied for unemployment.
Right, so
and I
me
did
too.
not.
Me too,
I
Rob.
did not.
Right.
Because I didn't feel I needed it, and I don't think that was a good use of my tax dollar coming back to
I
me.
completely, we're in the same boat on that. I am so,
And I'm not trying
maybe
to.
that's why.
I'm
Maybe
not
that's
trying
why
to
we're
be
pissed.
I'm not trying to be rah me, but I'm just saying
That
that there
might
are
be why I'm
people out
pissed.
here that do not fall into this broad stroke.
That might be why I'm pissed off. I mean, I got a letter the other day when the second job that kicked me to the curb sent me out a little form for COBRA, which
Okay.
is a government subsidy of medical programs,
Right.
which I did because I had absolutely no idea what else to do the first time.
Right.
But this time, I've already said, no, I'm not going to do it this
Right.
time, even though I could. And, it's just, it pisses me off. He disses 47% of half the American population.
Right.
All right, so go ahead, play more.
Who believe that government has a responsibility to care for them, who believe that they're entitled to health care, to food, to housing, to you name it. But it's an entitlement.
Stop it.
And the government
Okay, there it is. Listen, there's one little comment made there. You name it. That's how deeply he thinks
Right.
about issues. Whatever. You name it. I'm saying
One
right
of the
now-
biggest issues we're facing as a country, and he's dismissive about it.
Yes. I mean,
Seriously.
it's just, I was pissed. So
Yeah.
go ahead. Play whatever.
And they will vote for this president no matter what.
Well, there you go. He also says that that it's almost pointless to try to change them.
The president starts off with 48, 49, 40. He starts off with a huge number. These are people who pay no income tax. 47% of Americans pay no income tax.
Stop it right
I
there.
recall paying
Okay.
some.
Well, there's a little thing, MIT, called payroll taxes, okay?
Yeah.
If you're talking about income taxes, you are right. There are many Americans that don't pay income, but they do pay payroll taxes that work.
Yeah.
There's, it's just, ooh, God, drives me.
So our message of low taxes doesn't connect. And he'll be out there talking about tax cuts for the rich. I mean, that's what they sell every 4 years. And so my job is not to worry about those people. I'll never convince them that they should take personal responsibility and care for their lives. What I have to do is convince the 5 to 10% in the Senate that are independent, that are thoughtful, that look at voting one way or the other depending upon, in some cases, emotion, whether they like the guy or not.
I can paint in broad strokes too, and I personally think that whoever is president should care about everybody.
I do too.
Yeah.
And it just
Wait, does it?
American.
But this isn't like breaking news for you.
no,
It's harder to hear it coming
But to
from
hear
him
him
though.
Yes.
say it.
Yeah,
You're
nailed
talking.
it, Tom.
Early on, I said I think with the I was so disappointed at the state of affairs in the country that if this guy had, and I listened to every speaker, for when he says we're not thoughtful, and which is really the other
That's
thing
what
that
it
he
is.
said about the 47%.
You guys, hey,
I'm
you
on that.
guys.
I don't consider myself the 47% that under any circumstances would not vote. I have voted for Republicans. I have done it before. I voted for Senator John Warner, who was the Virginia senator, the Virginia Republican senator, voted for him. So I have voted for Republicans before. I've worked for Republicans before as a volunteer. I worked for Senator Lowell Weicker. He goes, oh, he's a Connecticut Democrat. No, he's not. He was a Republican.
Right.
And the thing is, I am thoughtful, and if you can make your case to me and make it clearly, I admired certain speeches at the Republican National Convention. I truly did. I thought Chris Christie gave a very, very eloquent explanation of policy. So I am thoughtful, and then I've got this guy. That's what he thinks of me, and
And the problem is
I'm on
he's
the other side. But that's all
he's
right.
the top of the party.
Yeah.
That's the head guy.
It's so dismissive. As Rob, the word Rob used.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I think
That's
a lot
what
of
I
people.
am.
I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed. I'm pissed.
Well, I'm disappointed
pissed
because
off.
a part of me, again, I've always said I'm not decided, and I am not.
Wow.
And as I sit there and I don't know who I'm going to vote for,
Right.
a part of me was kind of leaning towards Romney and thinking that well, maybe this guy, once I see some debates, this
Right.
is something that
And that could
I can be a
change.
part of.
It can
still could
absolutely change.
You could
Maybe I
change
can
it.
see where his vision for the country is.
Chuck Scarborough came out. Is it Chuck Scarborough? Came out today, this morning, and was making a comment that I totally agree with. That if Mitt Romney was to kick ass during the debates, you wouldn't even think about
This is
this
all
piece of
forgotten.
tape, you know?
But you listen to this.
'Cause I have a short memory like the rest of America.
And I heard this morning. I said, well, you could see where he's talking to his audience. He's clearly talking to his audience and saying these people paid $50,000 a plate.
yeah,
This
it's
is-
George Bush
we're
came
in
out
Boca Raton.
and made a. He said, "I'd like to greet the haves and the haves more and the have mores, or as I like to call you, my base."
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's who he said. He's talking to fabulous $50,000.
That is fabulous.
I just to give you a little perspective. I was making a ton of money in the radio business. When I had it, I went and laid down $5,000 for Carl and me to go to hear Bill Clinton speak. Okay, that was a tremendous amount of money. All right.
Yes.
I made a lot. This money is to shell out to write a check for $50,000
Stratosphere.
Yeah.
to go to a dinner to hear a candidate. You're talking about money beyond
and
beyond
be,
what anybody.
be honest, this ain't Bill Clinton.
And
This
I
is
know.
Mitt Romney.
Right.
As you know, I don't have a dog in this fight, but
Oh dear.
but I think Mitt Romney just lost the first debate with himself.
Yeah,
I think
it
Definitely
right.
puts him a step back.
And
yeah.
I think what I wanted to say to you about the debates could change things. Yeah, I totally believe that.
Well, this is
but at the
just
same
disappointing
time,
to me.
but at the same
That's all
time,
it was.
I know who I'm going to be rooting for now.
yeah.
I really
And
do.
one last. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just with the dinners, this happens, and I think
They all do
You
it.
brushed over. I mean, for example, if I'm not mistaken, Gloria Stefan, when she was come out with a new album, I want to say about 2 years ago, she was on Oprah Winfrey, and she had a private dinner for Barack Obama,
Right.
at her home on Star Island.
Same thing.
Same deal.
Right.
Sure.
Exact same
You
deal.
know?
Exact same deal.
Agreed.
And look, it just and Rob's right. I think on both sides that kind of leaves a bad taste in my
Distasteful,
mouth.
yeah.
It really does, because you know what? This is getting back to the original problem of the money that is in politics.
That's necessary to conduct the campaign.
And it
sadly.
really kind of sucks, But it just, I hate the idea of. Boy, I'd love to see all the speeches that are given in these little private dinners. I really
Then
would.
we'd know
I
the
think
truth.
make it all equal, and let's
right.
see what
Yeah.
they really come
And
out
with
and
better
say.
audio next time, please.
And I'm gonna lay something down here right now.
Oh.
I would venture to say you might not hear the same tone if you
of
went
course.
to. If
That's
you,
true. I would
know.
agree that.
But they get cocky, and they know that these are people laying
My
out 50
people.
grand for them.
Right.
It's my people.
Yeah,
they might.
They're
You know?
dancing.
Give me the secret.
Da, da, da.
Give me the secret microphone at George Clooney.
One-
The,
I'm
the 50K though.
Yeah.
And again, I cut you off.
That's
I
all right.
apologize. But the 50K is just the introduction.
Right.
Right. Just to
So
get you in the
there
door.
could be he could have like just a gold mine sitting in front of him. So that's where I think that's where your level of, it's not even coolness. It's more about the way you read a room and the way you realize that today in 2012 anything's possible. So whatever message you're going to put out to this room,
Right.
could possibly get out on the
Yes.
internet.
I agree with that too.
Yes.
On
So
that
you
level-
have to be smarter.
Sure.
That's what
Yes,
I'm saying. You just have to be
yes,
smarter.
And the
than that.
weird thing is, I read it. This was 50,000 a plate for dinner and a cash bar.
Well, that's enough of that.
Oh, do you want
got-
one last cut that
Okay.
I
Yeah,
this I
let's
wanted to
finish
play
it
for
up.
us?
Just the Latino thing?
Yeah, this is another
I'd love-
thing.
I want it.
I want your
Oscar's-
take on
What
this.
do you call us, wetbacks?
My heritage, my dad, you probably know, was the governor of Michigan and was the head of a car company, but he was born in Mexico. And had he been born of Mexican parents, I'd have a better shot at winning this, but he was unfortunately born of Americans living in Mexico. They lived there for a number of years, and I say that jokingly, but it'd be helpful to be
Helpful to be born of Mexican parents.
I mean, it's not the joke you could probably say in a larger room if it was a mixed audience, but you don't know. You're sitting there and he's with the $50,000 platers, and you're like, they're all going, ha, 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 yeah.
Oscar said
if you were a Mexican, you'd get a leg up. If
Oscar
you were,
said something
wouldn't
very
be here,
telling. He
but-
says, you know what? He really should have been smarter. I want a smarter guy to be president.
Exactly.
I'm
This
sorry.
is not
I do.
his
This
first
is not
misstatement.
smart.
anything
I heard
on
this
the
this
Latino
morning.
level.
I heard that.
anything?
Well, again, it sucks because
Yeah.
because you sit there. It's just like when if Barack Obama did the same thing in a different manner.
Right.
Your guy, you'd be like, ugh.
You're disappointed a little
You're
bit.
just like,
Yeah.
come
He
on.
kind of did. I'll remind you of that.
You know?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so that's where it is. I'm pissed. I'm a little
be
bit
smarter,
pissed.
please.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, more fun and more thrills on the Mike O'Mara Show.
There's no alternative.
One, two, three, four. Welcome back to MikeO'MaraShow.com. Well,
Yes.
I am here to tell you that Monday was my first solid week of Wait Not.
Yes.
Back on the program, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to be back involved with my friend Christy over at Wait Not, and I'm here to tell you, are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready. Rob, when you went on the last jump start, what did you lose?
My best jump start was, I think, 13 pounds.
Well, I am here to tell you that I was on the scale this morning.
Yes.
So this morning kind of counts as the
It
full
counts,
week
yeah,
since I
yeah.
started
Yes.
on Monday. 15 pounds.
Hey.
Wow.
All right.
15
job.
pounds.
3
just
bags of sugar.
happier
That is-
than ever.
Mike, 3 bags of sugar.
My knee can
We
tell
haven't
me.
said that in a long time.
Look, it's so refreshing. I talked about watching Rob and RJ lose all that weight, and I'm so pleased that I called Wait Not, and I kind of gave them a mea culpa. I gave them the thought that, hey, listen, I'd gained everything back. I was really the knee surgery threw me for a loop. Getting laid off from the edge threw me for a loop.
Sure.
Like everybody's got excuses, but
Wait Not told you that 47% of the food was going to be eaten regardless of what you do.
So it's very cool to have a great discussion and say, yeah, get back on track. We're gonna be more involved in what you're doing this time.
They so
And,
get it over there. They just understand.
It's a weekly email with my friend Christy over there, and I'm here to tell you that it feels pretty good to get on the scale after doing this little thing they call lipid loading, which is you almost trick your body into eating a lot of calories for 2 days and then you go on the regular program for 30 days.
A lot of weight not is tricking your body so that it doesn't think you're starving it, which you're not. You're actually eating a very balanced diet, but
Very healthy.
If it's different from where you're at, your body will in ways shut down, and you don't want your body to do that. So you fool your body, and they know exactly how to do it.
You're
Yeah.
adjusting.
I am delighted to tell you that it's 15 pounds down, and
a lot.
Really, really just good
Congratulations.
stuff.
Keep going, man.
Weight Not works. I am here to tell you it works, and what a motivator to go 7 days to lose 15 pounds and more to come. And I'll give you my progress report. And I've got a goal weight for Reno, Nevada that we've already talked about. And hopefully I can, I want to exceed that goal weight. Didn't tell Christy that, but that's what I want to do.
140?
140 pounds.
I think that'd be great.
Weight Not, we're talking about the best Weight Not weight loss program in the world. 855 Weight Not, 855-934-4486 or weightnot.com. Unbelievable results you can believe in. Tomorrow we will tell you about Scott McKnight, who had
a great letter.
Great letter and a great endorsement
Hello,
for
Scott.
Weight Not. So back to the show. Whoa. Done talking about the mitt. I'm done. Let's talk about you, Rob.
Thank you.
Rob, what is a boss birthday?
A boss birthday? Boss is a word that I've picked up on that Brad actually...
You incredible hum.
And boss is great.
Yes.
And it actually...
1960s.
It goes back
right?
to the 60s, yeah. And things are boss. This is a boss radio
Boss
station,
radio,
a boss
yeah.
sound. So, yeah, and then also my buddy Brad will say, how you doing? I say, I'm hanging like a boss.
I like it when I get on Facebook and I read a response to a message, and Oscar will throw you under the bus saying, and I responded for real, not like Rob does when he cuts and pastes.
I like when Oscar takes the time to use all lowercase letters. It's like a Mexican E.E. Cummings. Because he's very busy, very busy.
You know,
Messages are never cut and paste. Only birthdays are.
Are you guys like me when you go to your Facebook messages and you see all of our faces on a response and you just go,
Yeah.
I feel like, why am I going to bother? It's already
Right.
been
Well,
Somebody else
Rob's
will
already
answer
written
it.
back
Right.
to him.
Yeah, right.
What?
I had because I always feel like Rob's already written back to him, and sure enough, what we're alluding to is it was someone's. Oh, it was your friend Adam's.
Oh, incidentally, Adam Moser.
Yes.
Hey, Adam Moser, thank you so much for getting back to me. Hey, Ron, thanks for not getting back to me. Ron, and by the way, Ron, when I forgot to do it last Monday, Ron Moser, and Adam, I want you to share this with your dad.
Calling
And
him out by first
let me
and
tell
last
you,
name.
Adam Moser, share this with your father, Ron Moser, the dentist who employed Bryna, the lady of the hooks. I got your father's snippy tone with me through Facebook, and it wasn't, I couldn't hear it, but it was little 2-word answers.
You heard
Reached
it.
out then.
Okay, I missed the Monday birthday for Adam, and I told Ron, I think on last week, that I was going to spotlight it on
Make
Monday.
it, yeah.
And I didn't spotlight it on Monday. This is last week, and so I wrote him back and I said I forgot which day it was because he didn't include it in the original email that he sent to me. He said
We get that.
it was Monday. That was the only response.
Oh.
And then it was just like, well, it'd probably be best not to do it on the anniversary of 9/11. We'll do it probably right. Just really short little things. And then I did the thing on Thursday
When we
that
do
his
the
father
birthdays,
called
yeah.
me. He's like, he goes through the website, gets my phone number, has the personal conversation. He's at dinner and is taking my call.
Yeah.
Runs outside, tells me what's going on. We have a very
Did he
pleasant conversation.
Sound like Shelley in The Contender? I'm having the ribeye.
We're having a very pleasant
Porterhouse.
conversation, and then I missed the Monday, and then we get this. Adam Moser sends this wonderful note to
Yes.
all of us, and just really above and beyond a thank you note, just
Very
something that made
kind.
us all
Love it.
feel very warm. As far as Ron Moser, his dad, who requested it,
Yes.
Oh.
Mostly in silence.
nothing.
Well, he's off on another dental adventure.
Nothing.
Very
Anyway.
busy guy.
Yeah, that's
So
we're
Rob
digging in.
writes him
Dr. Mengele, that's for you. Thank you.
Adam. You're making a good one. And then as soon as I see that, I say, oh, great. Now I have to write something with sincerity. But I'm not going to cut and paste. I'm actually going to write something nice.
That's good.
It was a nice note that he
Yeah.
sent us.
It was, I wish I could have been as nice as what Oscar wrote.
So, one of the reasons, look,
Someday.
Carla.
Genuine, maybe the word.
Carla's birthday was yesterday, and
Did you have a boss birthday?
I am in the lipid loading phase, which means I can eat.
Steak cake.
I can eat
Protein.
I can eat lots of protein and a lot of it because you load your body up for the 30-day
Right.
diet that you're
Literally,
going to be
for
on.
dinner, you could have had 5 eggs. Literally, that's
yeah.
what they tell you.
It's
So-
a lot of
It is.
protein that way. But I'm still, after the weekend, a little wobbly. I told you about my cheat that I had. I was so delighted to get on the scale and look at that today and see that I was still the 15 pounds down that I was on Sunday.
When you have a great day like that, and I know because I've had a series of them,
yes.
you get off and get back on to make sure.
Oh, 3 times.
Yeah, I do every morning.
I'll do it 3
times.
times.
The weigh-in takes 20 minutes.
But I will tell you that with all the food that you're able to eat during this 2-day ramp up to your 30-day diet program, you cannot go down the bad highway, and you will look at certain foods. It becomes more and more clear. We all know what good nutrition is. You don't want to eat fried food. You don't want to eat fatty food.
Right.
But just certain foods are so bad
Danger.
for you. And you look, and I go out
They
and
call your name.
I buy Carla a birthday cake.
I saw, it was almost like it was not much larger than a cupcake. it was like cake for 2.
Yeah.
It was a cake for 2.
Mm-hmm.
I walked by this birthday cake
As I left yesterday, you were getting ready to decorate it.
like a friggin' heroin addict all day.
Yeah.
And this would be me. First of all, I go to decorate it, right? And
Wait, how are you decorating?
Well, I buy the blank cake
Okay, that's what I
from
didn't
Giant Food that's got the empty little thing on it, and then I go and I clip off with scissors the decorating icing.
Yeah, it's
You
like
buy icing.
It's like a
Yeah. tube.
It's like a toothpaste tube. So
It's
you
a
can write
toothpaste
stuff.
tube.
No, my mom used to make cakes when I was younger.
Right.
I know exactly
And
what you're
so
talking
the
about.
cake is as big as this piece of paper.
If that.
That's how big the cake is, okay? Then it's got decoration all the way around the top of it. So it gives me a little square like this. I clip off the icing thing to decorate to write
Yes.
Happy Birthday, Carla, and the icing comes out of the hole as big as my thumb.
Oh,
So,
my
So what you
God.
could write is ha.
so I wrote an H that took up half of the cake. And so I realized I'm not going to be able to write Happy Birthday, Carla.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
I'm not going to write happy. I'm not going to be I'm not going to be able to write hap.
Hi, Carla.
I mean, it's just going to be H. So that's what was on the cake. I said F it. But every time I would
You could have
go
wrote hi.
every time I would go near the cake to touch it for her birthday, it would always be like, well, that didn't work.
Just a little taste off
just
the
a
finger.
tiny little
Yeah.
bit. And I realized that birthday cake to moi is like heroin would be to a heroin addict.
You know
And-
what?
Yes.
That's always been your way. You like a white cake with white icing.
I love it.
And
I
ice
love it.
cream
How
if
do
you
you-
can get it.
I don't know why this stuck.
Vanilla ice
I don't
cream.
know why this stuck with me, but I remember an
Like
episode.
Mitt Romney.
As a kid, I remember an episode of Leave It to Beaver, in which Beaver was instructed not to touch the cake on the kitchen counter, and he made a slice. He took a normal slice of cake out of it, and then he pushed the cake closed.
You can't do that.
And smoothed over the icing. Oh, I thought it was brilliant.
I remember because there was a time on the previous show when you had been sampling desserts at your restaurant and you came in on a cruising sugar high that we had never seen. And what it resulted in is you giving me a haircut and sending interns out for cake.
There we go.
And you said, I want white cake with
Right.
white icing. I
Yes.
want it to be birthday cake because that's your favorite.
I love birthday
You
cake.
do.
Just
I
ask the
love it.
lady, and I don't know how you buy cake these days, but you asked the lady behind the counter to put "Happy Birthday, Carla."
It was
You can do that.
because of my depleted condition on Sunday, I woke up on Monday with nothing done. And even though we had celebrated her birthday on Saturday night, I needed to go out and get I had to
Instant
get
cake.
eggs,
Yeah.
and I had to get flowers and a little birthday balloon and all this stuff. So I ran out and I just grabbed the cake.
Mike was going to make a cake for him. Instead, all he made was orange Gatorade foam.
So I ran out and I got it. So the next thing was it's the afternoon and Carla I think has already dined. I've already had my Wait Not food, which is this massive amount of protein that you're supposed. So I'm sitting in my easy chair and I'm sitting there something like this.
Sugar coma.
And Carla comes in the room and says, I think I want my birthday cake. I said, that's not your decision to make. It's not your decision to make when you get your birthday cake. I'll be in a minute. So
I'm
I go
going to
in.
dispense the cake on my schedule.
So I bought the 3 and I bought the 2 for her. God
good.
damn, she's younger than
So
I am.
she's 23 now?
She's 23.
That's good.
So I bought the 3 and the 2 and I put it in there and I'm gonna put the little numbers in and then it's just like, okay.
I hope you didn't ruin the H.
No, this is exactly what I did. Looks like this. I'll do it for the YouTube. It's like, not YouTube, Ustream. Thank you. I put the 3 and the 2 and I'm like, that looks good.
A little more off the fingers.
Pushed it in just far enough to get icing
But that
all
was
over
it.
your fingers.
But that was it.
Sure.
And then presented her, and I said, "Hey, what'd you wish for?" She said, "I can't tell you." I said, "Okay, I'm going back to the couch."
That's right.
And that was the birthday.
She wished that you would eat 5 more eggs.
Happy birthday. Hey, it's crab meat day.
Oh, God.
Oh, hey.
And you can have like 70 pounds of that.
Crab meat
Jesus.
day. It's the best 2 days I'm waiting.
It is.
So anyway, happy birthday to Carla. God, I can wait a year.
Yeah.
I can rest a year now until the next
Well,
birthday.
the thing is it
Pressure's
was
off.
coupled with your anniversary, so it's really like a celebration
It's
season.
been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So now I have to pay for everything. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. That's it. We will take a break. When we come back, it's Rob and his magic audio vault, everybody. Happy birthday cake.
Me and Carla.
Cake O'Mara.
I hope that the board op or whatever
They'll figure it out.
KCJJ figures that out.
Stay on the
what to
stick,
do.
Billy. Yeah.
Hey, is it Billy Suter that
Billy
runs this
Suter
show?
runs our show, yeah.
Hey, let's pay
Billy.
tribute to Billy Suter.
Great
He
guy.
was a great man.
How you doing, Billy? Don't get any beard hair on the board. All right. This
the
segment of the
Suters.
program is brought to you by Rob's Magic Audio Vault.
Thank you.
Is brought to you by ScoreBig.com.
Oh, I love it.
Have you ever been to a game or a concert that's supposedly sold out, yet there are open seats all around you? Well, it's because there aren't really sold out seats around you. But how do you get those tickets?
How?
Score Big.
Oh, that's a great way.
SCOREBIG.
Billy Suter uses it.
Score Big works with teams, promoters, and other ticket providers. That's the Getaway soundtrack right there. That's the guy that plays the harmonica. He was Turkish, right?
Yeah, no, he's Belgian. His
Belgian.
name was
Sorry, that's right. Same
Often
thing.
Toots
confused.
Thielmans.
Yes, Toots Thielman, who
Toots.
theme from the Getaway.
Dolph
Scorebig
Lundgren in there.
Scorebig works with teams, promoters, and other ticket providers, so you can save 10 to 60% on your. Now that's kind of jive.
I love that. That's the best part.
On your
do.
favorite team, whether it's baseball, NFL, NBA, college, or the NHL. The Redskins games all year long, Washington Nationals baseball, USC Trojans football, Michigan football, Cowboys versus Bucks, all that. Tickets at ScoreBig are always below office price, guaranteed. Go to ScoreBig, enter our code, that's TMOS, and you can save $15 off the box office price on your first purchase.
Ravens tickets as well.
Oh,
Raven
yeah.
tickets, that's right.
Best
I
show
got
in
some.
town.
Yankees versus A's.
You name it, really.
Go to ScoreBig and enter our code and get that discount. We've recently heard from listeners Kira Schuster, Patrick Schumar, Andy Barrichelli, and Steve Brand, who together saved hundreds of dollars on great seats by using the TMOS code. And now, without further ado, let's get right to the audio vault.
Thank you. Just playing this to close the door on the fact you mentioned that there was harmonica in the movie The Getaway.
The original Getaway with
And-
Steve McQueen and Ally McGraw.
It was written. The music was written by Quincy Jones, but the harmonica performed by Toots Thielmans, and he is a Belgian guy known for his harmonica and guitar work. So you were very
Now
correct.
they're putting whistles and la 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 la.
And
la.
eating me alive.
And
Thank you.
another one of your favorite artists had a big night on television last night as they debuted the Monday Night Football theme by Charlie Daniels, Mike, and I know you're a big fan.
Good choice.
And they will have lyrics custom written to every conflict, every game this season.
Went down to Georgia, right out on the Falcons' home field. He was in a bind, cause in his mind, Matt Ryan was a sure enough deal. The boy said, my name's Matty, and it might be a sin, but I'll make you a bet you gonna regret, cause I'm the best it's ever been.
And I was a little concerned when I heard Charlie's voice. I did the research. You know, he's almost 76.
Yeah, Charlie's up there. Been doing it a long time.
And still playing that violin. so
CDB.
good
It's
job.
not the same though.
No, as Hank,
Yes.
not.
No.
But Hank, you know.
I don't care how crazy he is.
I know.
It's not the same.
I thought all I could think of Hank is Hank Williams when he was on that Fox Morning Show, and he said, "Who? Obama! Obama!
Well, you know, listen.
Do you
Hank-
still have that? Does someone still have
I
that?
might. Let me look. Hold on.
Oh,
Give me
that's
a-
hilarious.
You know, Hank fell off a mountain and scraped his face off years ago. You, you know that about Hank Williams?
No,
Jr.?
I did not know
He had a
that.
tragic, almost fatal mountain fall where he literally scraped his face off. When you see that look that he's got,
Yeah.
that kind of like he looks like a teddy bear with that beard.
Well, it's
Yes.
all covered. Yeah.
circling his face. That's for a reason. His face is
I
screwed
did
up.
not know
He
that.
had massive amounts of plastic surgery to rebuild his face after this happened. And you know, his daddy was, pretty much of a screw up too. He was a show business kid.
Famous
You know,
thinkers.
old Hank is, but you know what, Oscar, I'm with you with all the anti-Obama stuff. That screw that. Just to tell him to shut up and have him do the. Are you ready for some football?
You know who was at fault for that mountain fall? A lot of people don't know this. The person to blame was Obama. I do have him.
Why does it have to be a country singer anyway? Why always a country singer?
Well,
because
it's football.
Yeah.
It's the most mainstream.
Okay.
It's the most mainstream. Here's Obama. I'm sorry, Hank Williams comparing Obama, Boehner, and Hitler.
That was one of the biggest political mistakes ever. That turned a lot of people off. Watching, it just didn't go over.
You mean when John Boehner played golf with President Obama?
Oh, yeah, and Biden and Kasich, yeah, uh-huh.
What did you not like about it? It seems to be a really pivotal moment for you.
Come on. It'd be like Hitler playing golf with Netanyahu, okay?
Okay.
Not hardly. In the country this shape is in, the shape this country's in, they're the enemy. They're the enemy.
Who's the enemy?
The enemy.
Obama and Biden. Are you kidding?
That's amazing.
There's so much real hate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's like my neighbor on the eastern shore of Maryland that was just like, you know who moved in? You know who moved in right over here?
Oh.
It was. And she said the word.
Oh,
she
really?
said the N-word.
Yeah.
It's the end of our relationship.
Yeah.
I told her exactly what I thought about it. I was like, when it's thrown in your face like that, the way I was raised, the way I grew up, I said, hey, enough of you. But it's that same kind of, you know what I'm talking about.
Obama!
Yeah.
That's scary stuff. All right, let me get back to the prepared portion of today's show. Not a good night for Peyton Manning, throwing 3 interceptions in the first quarter.
Long. Manning floats it. Intercepted. William Moore down the sideline with a convoy to the 1-yard line. Manning throwing down the middle, another interception. It's the other safety, Thomas Deku, coming underneath. And they've intercepted Manning twice in the first 3-10. Manning from the 40, throws it down the middle. That's a third interception, and that's Robert McLean.
3 picks in 1 quarter. For his career, he's still averaging less than 1 interception a game.
Who Denver played last night?
Who Denver play?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta
Falcons?
Yeah.
Ugh, shouldn't be giving 3 picks up from the
and also, I was shocked. I don't know if they're trying to score ratings. Just Monday Night Football seemed dirty last night.
Georgia Dome in Atlanta for the Broncos and the Falcons.
Well, I remember Michael Turner standing next to him the first time I saw him. His lower body, that's very, very hard.
What a job with strong hands.
You can hear those hands plucking. Von Miller beating down on him. Look for Peyton Manning now to slow the tempo down. Tony Gonzalez gets a free release. In your face. Watch the penetration and stuff Willis McGahee. He did it 10 times last year.
One of the officials' hats might have been knocked off as the players were involved in that scrum.
That one got out of hand. That could have got really ugly.
Just dirty. Blue.
Do you have HBO, right?
I do.
Do you, On Demand, Real Sports? You've seen it before.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, there's a
Brian Gumbel. I watch it all the time.
There's a special on Gruden. I don't know if you've seen it.
I watched it. I was going to say, how'd you like to be his wife?
Oh, no. I'd love to be his wife.
I know. No, you love him, right? You're in love with him?
Oh, I love him.
Is her
He's
name-
out of the building all the time. He's doing his own thing.
Here's the deal, though. They talk about Gruden.
Her name is Judy, isn't it?
Who maintains the same Judy Gruden?
Judy Gruden.
Who maintains the same work schedule that he did when he was coaching. And
Still?
You have to explain what it is, just
okay,
briefly.
John Gruden, former very successful Super Bowl winning quarterback, coach rather, of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and John Gruden is now an analyst for the NFL Network.
Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football. I'm sorry. And John Gruden, they profile him, and he's this maniacal guy, workaholic guy that he prepares for his Monday Night Football analyst job almost identically to the way he used to prepare when he coached the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So he's
and he drives
nuts.
like the crew crazy.
So he's got to be nuts.
Yeah, he seemed a little odd.
Type A plus.
He seemed a little odd, and it
Like
seems
4
like
a.m. wake-up call.
yeah, and I'm saying
Wow.
the reason those guys go into the broadcast booth is because they want to back off that
Get
schedule.
away from it.
My feelings on John Gruden after I watched that piece, you're looking at a guy that desperately wants to get back into the
Sure.
NFL as a
He's
coach.
been offered.
Yeah, but I still think he wants to get back in.
But
I mean,
what
why
I-
would you do that? He's got his own little office that he sets up that he does tapings
In a
for.
strip mall.
Yeah, in a strip mall.
What I love is this, is that the guy took this Monday Night Football package we thought was good enough.
Right.
And it was great. People didn't know it could get any better.
Yep.
And he takes this team of spotters and the guys who are running the cameras and producers, and he changes the way they look at the game.
100%. And he's that kind of guy. He's
That's
a go-getter
really cool.
kind of a guy.
All of this will be mentioned.
Should be back in the NFL. Is what
All of these things will be mentioned at his funeral in 18 months.
he does.
Yeah.
You know, as young and in shape as he is, he looks like his head's going to
Yeah,
explode.
it will, and it will explode.
He's got those red eyes that,
Can't
you know,
be good.
And then they'll hire analysis of that. If you can see here, his head is just splitting open.
That's right.
What did you think of, and I thought of you when I saw this tape today, of the American Airlines flight that was stopped and surrounded by
I'm with the pilot 100%.
Did you hear about this?
No.
There was a bomb threat called in, I guess it was at Kennedy?
Yeah,
At Kennedy
I think it was
Airport.
Kennedy Airport.
And two planes, one was an international one and one was an American Airlines flight. They were stopped on the tarmac, surrounded by emergency vehicles.
And they're not telling the pilot.
and
what
they
the hell's
won't tell
going
the
on.
pilot what to do.
Oh.
I love how the pilot handled it with the tower.
Oh, can't wait.
We're surrounded by emergency vehicles. There's a reason for this. Somebody's got to give us the reason, or we're going to evacuate the aircraft. You got 60 seconds.
And there was
Love
no
it.
evidence of a bomb of any sort. But
Yeah.
I think it's very important that if you're going to do that, at least let the captain know what's
Yeah,
going on.
let the captain-
Communicate.
They
Yeah.
get so panicky.
What was the response?
I think they actually brought the plane back into the gate.
Yeah, but I don't think they did it in 60 seconds.
No, I don't
right?
think they did it.
But
I think they eventually told them
If you're
what was
looking
going on.
at it from the tower side, they don't know if somebody's taking over the cockpit. I don't know what the back and forth
I don't
is,
know what
you
the background.
I
Don't
don't
know
either.
enough about it. Nobody does.
Yeah.
In fact,
Still, I admire the pilot.
the way this story's been covered, really, to be honest with you, everybody want to just hear the angry pilot.
Yeah. And I like that part. I tell you what I know. I know that Kirstie Alley likes black men.
I'm telling you all about the black men. I love black men. I love black men, and I'll tell you why. They're very hunky-dunky, and they do not lie. Sometimes I want to know, what am I doing?
She's nice.
She's from Wichita.
She's gross.
She go back.
She didn't used to be.
Oh, back in
true.
the day.
Yeah.
Cheers.
You were a
Cheers.
baby when she first
No, I
came
used
out
to
on
watch. Trust me, I
baby.
probably whacked my bag to it. Can you even say that?
Wow. I guess you just
might-
did.
I wanna
think
beep
you-
that.
I think you can.
All right,
look,
you got to wrap it up here. Come
Chrissy
on.
Alley ate Shelley Long. That's what happened.
You know what? There was a time when I would pay to
How do
see
you
that.
mean?
Yeah, because you were just talking about your bag and then
Yeah.
that.
Oh no, she got
Oscar's
bigger.
bag.
Kind of confused me.
By the way, today's audio vault brought to you by Oscar's Bag.
Oscar's Bag.
And it's so sad to report that summertime is almost over, Mike.
Well, it's almost the end of summer. Yeah. Earlier today, I went to the beach. I thought one last time, go to the beach. Here's what I saw. Clint Eastwood talking to an empty beach chair.
That is your magic audio vault.
Thank you,
Mike.
Rob. We'll take a break, come back with Buzz and news right after this. Your bag.
She was hot.
Yeah, not the bag.
Welcome back to MikeO'MaraShow.com. You know, Billy Suter's going to have a tough time today.
He'll be fine.
All
He's
this
fine.
talking in the
Yeah.
middle of breaks and
And
stuff.
Billy, just stop thinking about Oscar's bag.
Welcome back to the show.
Nothing unnerves the Suitor boys.
It's time for Buzz and news.
Thank you, Mike.
Take it away, Buzz.
We're brought to you today by Smart Smoke, the premium e-cigarette. Smart Smoke has the nicotine you crave, but without the tar, the odor, the secondhand smoke, or the carcinogens. Now, with same-day shipping and a money-back guarantee, Smart Smoke is the smarter alternative to tobacco. And we like to underscore this. It costs 80% less than traditional tobacco.
Yeah, you're
products.
whacked if you don't use it.
That's right.
This
If
is
you're
true.
a cigar lover, try the Belvedere, which lasts as long as 6 double Coronas. To see all the styles, flavors, and strengths, just click the Smart Smoke ad on our website. And
in the
remember
bag.
to order your refills through
right.
that as well. Now, although he admits it was not elegantly stated, Mitt Romney is standing by his remarks on that video in which he wrote off half the country.
Good, he should. It's what he believes in.
There are some undeniable facts in what he said. Just under 47% of the country does not pay income tax. The vast majority of them, however, live in poverty, about 83%. The rest are wealthy Americans who have used the available loopholes. Romney is also right about half the country getting help from the government. That figure stands at 49%, but that includes Medicare, Medicaid, unemployment, disability, military benefits, and Social Security. So getting help from the government does not often mean freeloader. And Romney was right about the folks getting assistance being Obama supporters. The president leads that group in polling by at least 15%. But being right might cripple the Romney campaign. He can only hope the outrage fades, as it did somewhat after Obama's clinging to guns and religion comment did 4 years ago. Poll numbers over the coming days and weeks will reveal the damage, but by alienating at least half the American voters, Mitt Romney may have just lost the presidential election.
This could be big. We're going to have to see with the polls. As we said before, we've got the debates coming up here. I can only speak for myself, and I really do think that I'm probably the base, Obama's base that they talk about. Obama! But at the same time, this really just pissed me off.
I think it will. A lot of people, obviously. He's alienated half the voting public.
He's in his little frat house. He's
talking about, in that tape, he's talking about, for him, coming down to that 5 or 10% of undecided or independent voters. Well, in theory, he's just pissed off half of them.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't think he can win with that.
We are, as a country, notorious for having a short attention span a short memory. Memory. And you know why? Because we let the media set our agenda too much of the time, I think.
This will be forgotten after the debate.
I invite everybody to just try to remember this a little bit. And whether it bothers you or it doesn't bother you, just remember the way you feel, because it's going to be so easy to totally forget about this. But this is something kind of real that happened.
The debates will be interesting because Romney has now shot himself in the foot a couple of times verbally with things that he said.
But both
whether
of these,
it was about the Middle East or about his own campaign.
Both of these camps apparently are preparing vigorously for these debates.
Yes.
You're going to have two prepared candidates. You've got unlike the Sarah Palin situation, which incidentally a lot of people thought she did well in the debate. I didn't, but and polls showed that
she did all right.
I
think. Yeah.
But I will tell you, you've got a couple of people. You got a Paul Ryan, smart guy. You've got Mitt Romney, smart guy, and they're preparing like hell for these debates.
Yes, they are, and have been for some time.
You never know, especially with old Joe, what could happen in a debate.
I know that Paul Ryan he's going to do great in the pre-election decathlon.
Yes, absolutely.
And while Romney is not able to keep his remarks secret, he is still keeping his tax returns under lock and key, and also information about some of his campaign donors. Let's say you don't have $500,000 for your favorite candidate, but you know a few people who, between you all, can make that kind of donation. These clusters of donors are called now bundlers. The Obama campaign has released the names of its bundled donors. The Romney campaign is refusing to do so, even though previous Republican candidates did, even though Romney himself did in past campaigns.
This is really pissing me off. Yeah. Why?
Well, that's a very good question. The Romney campaign also won't say why it's not releasing that information. Maybe
this is brand new.
Perhaps it'll come out in a secretly recorded video.
Oh, my God.
We'll
so he's like the American Pickers. They had to bundle it.
Well, hold on a second. This is,
he's not required to by law.
But my knowledge of politics, if all the other Republican candidates have done this, this could be bigger than even that release tape.
The tax returns, for that matter.
Good Lord.
We do know who's donating the big money behind a campaign to abolish California's death penalty. The CEOs of Yahoo, Netflix, and singer Jackson Browne have raised nearly $5.5 million to convince voters to replace the death penalty with life without parole.
Where's Jackson Browne getting money?
Yeah, Jackson Browne, shut up.
Yeah.
Really.
Here, Mike.
Absolutely. Get out of politics.
Law enforcement and victims' rights groups have only raised...
She must be somebody's baby.
$280,000 to argue for keeping the death penalty.
And he beat up Daryl Hannah, didn't he?
Are you ready for this?
I wonder about that.
Right here?
Yeah.
Liberal guy for the death penalty.
Very good.
Yeah. There you are.
Anyone in this room?
Sure. If you really piss me off.
Damn it. You watch your ass.
In Cleveland, meanwhile, lawyers for a man who killed a motel clerk are arguing that their client is too fat to execute.
I'm so glad you have this story.
Ronald Post.
This is so funny.
Ronald Post weighs 480 pounds. His lawyers say lethal injection might not be lethal, at least not quickly so, turning it into cruel and unusual punishment, which is banned by the Constitution.
I have a solution.
Really? What's the answer?
Here we go. Oh, there we go. That'll take care of all his ailments, all his maladies, just out into the backyard. Thank you. Now we didn't have to go through the slow, painful process of lethal ingestion.
And I'll do anything for food. I could eat 2 dozen eggs, 36 pork chops, 24 frankfurters.
Death row.
I've eaten a dozen bagels at one time.
In court.
With 2 packages of cream cheese. I'm never full. I am never, ever full physically.
Listen to
I
this.
stopped at a Jewish deli and had 2 pastrami on clubs, 4 frankfurters, 2 knishes, and then went home and had Chinese food.
Yeah, exactly. And vote Christie.
Oh, the irony. Muslims and Christians protested together in Pakistan yesterday amid more shouts of death to America. But one protester was rushed to the hospital from inhaling fumes from a burning American flag. He later died of that inhalation. Yesterday's other irony.
I'm sorry, I think that's kind of justice.
A pretty
isn't it?
natural reaction, really.
Okay.
Yesterday's other irony was the arrival of Kate Middleton and Prince William in Borneo, where they were greeted by women dressed the way women dress in that part of the world. Topless.
Amen.
You know, I finally got a chance to really look at those photos.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
I was surprised
Well,
and
it's the
disappointed.
quality.
It's not so much that.
Oh.
You don't like her topside?
I was hoping it would be better.
Oh, I like it just fine. It's just that I feel misled because she looked a lot bustier in dresses.
I agree.
No.
Oh, you guys are
I'm talking about the
horrible.
pixelated pictures.
I've seen the unpixelated.
Well,
one.
no. I guess maybe if the pictures were clearer and high def, I thought they had a close-up pic.
No. They're a mile away.
Yeah, so I can you can't even get turned on by those pictures.
No.
You know?
Those pictures were taken from 7 football fields away.
The
700
picture,
yards.
There's a picture where he's putting suntan lotion on her butt.
Yeah.
And that one did it for me. And you don't need to be okay topside when
Yeah.
you look that good bottom side.
She's got a great royal ass.
She does.
But you know what?
Tremendous royal ass.
They should start chasing the Pippa because I think she's got a better royal ass than her sister.
Agreed. Do you think Pippa's got a better royal rack?
You know what?
You've
I
seen
just
it.
remember from the wedding. I just remember focusing on her ass.
Oh, yeah. Everybody.
You know who was really great, though?
Who?
The Queen Mother.
Say no more.
baby.
Flapjacks.
Yeah, I can't remember. Pink or brown?
Those things are hanging on her knees.
Not flapjacks back when that stuttering guy was giving his speeches.
Because I
bloody well stammer. And my wife, the Queen Mother's got a great rack.
Other news fast.
See,
Halliburton.
I hate the royal family, but I diss them like this. But then again, I know the history.
You like the royal rack?
I know that the Queen Mother was married to, the guy with the stammer.
Yeah.
There you are.
Other news quickly. Halliburton says it's lost a 7-inch radioactive rod somewhere in Texas.
Hey man, I'm radioactive Rod.
Halliburton wants it back, but wants
Taking your requests.
possible finders to stay well back from the rod and not to touch it.
You're listening to the Radioactive Rod Show.
10th caller gets a hazmat suit. I'm radioactive Rod.
And near San Antonio, meanwhile, some campers, this will make Rob stop laughing.
Yeah.
Some campers near San Antonio awoke to find blood spots on their necks left by the bites of vampire bats.
Everybody, this is not funny.
These campers have now been treated for possible rabies exposure. Vampire bats do not normally bite people, but these campers made themselves easy prey.
Hello.
And finally, from the home office in Florida, homeless guys crave beer too, and a Miami Beach homeless guy took steps to address that craving. He broke into a car, stole a credit card, and walked into a bar where he bought a round or two. And then he handed the credit card to the bartender, who recognized it immediately as his credit card.
Baby.
I'm Buzz Burbank on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Thank you, Buzz. Our show today was brought to you by the Workforce Development Industry Building Learning Series. That comes to you from Northern Virginia Community College. Hey, bro! It kicks off with a cybersecurity event Monday, September 24th from 6 to 8 p.m. at NBC's Annandale campus, and admission is free. The featured speaker is Dr. Ronald Ross, one of the top technology decision makers in government, and the event includes dinner and a free gift. That's pretty cool for free.
Yeah.
So if you're just hungry, go out there.
Yeah.
Seats are going fast, so reserve yours today at 703-323-3281 and tell them you heard about it here. Stay tuned for more such events from Northern Virginia Community College, the Workforce Development Division. We appreciate their business, and we appreciate you listening.
Awesome.
Hey, remember, if you got a band, you know somebody's got a band, get that to our website at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Just go to our website at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Click on the banner and send us a tape.
And send us a tape. We'd love to have you on stage with us in Reno on November 10th. So if you know a Reno area band, pass the word, get their YouTube clip, or anything on video that they have that we can listen to.
Love to see it.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Free.